everybody. Working in the garage today. Trying to keep busy. Need to do some fixing on my race car. This is the, let's see, the right rear trailing arm off my race car. And after some really hard racing this year, I cracked it really good right through here. You can see it's pretty heavily cracked. So instead of trying to repair this one again, I'm going to make a new set. I'm going to do set for both sides, but this is the one that was broken. Alright, first off, need to buy some replacement wheel bearings. You can buy kits, but the kits are pretty pricey. So I'm just going to source the bearings individually. Bearings and seals, so that'd be 4 bearings and 4 seals for under 50 bucks. Now let's look at rear trailing arms and see what's available. Alright, let's check eBay. There are trailing arms. These are not boxed, they're just stock trailing arms that look like they have been heavily painted. So, let's see. These are kind of hard to see too. They're powder coated, but they don't really show any pictures of what they look like before. Here are some TII rear trailing arms. There's so much paint on them. So we're at my favorite website, BMW 2002 FAQ, and doing a search for rear trailing arms. And here's a set of boxed rear trailing arms I could buy. Oh, I could have bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago. An ad for some stock ones recently, a little rusty, need to be cleaned up. But looks like you can buy a set of trailing arms for about 100 bucks off of the forum. I'm just going to start with stock trailing arms and build my own. So I do have a set of box rear trailing arms on my street car. Let's take a look at them. So here are stock TII rear trailing arms. As you can see, the boxing goes all the way up into the joint. All the way around. There we go. All the way up. Flange on the inside of the boxing to hold the flexible side of the brake line so that the hard line can be wrenched in place without this side spinning. Usually you can get at the back side with a wrench, but you can't because the boxing is there, so we'll put a piece in to make that work. This is really cool. Completely remade rear trailing arms. Ooh, And here's somebody that had the same problem that I had, where it cracked right along that seam. All right, looking at Ireland Engineering to see what they have. Ooh, they have the TII weld-on reinforcement plates and Group 2 style plates. Well, you know, it's not set up to go all the way around the mounting points. It stops short. But here's the plates we need to make for holding the flexible end of the brake hose. Oh, and how it feeds in. Ooh, and here's the Group 2 weld-on reinforcements. I like this, but that's a really big piece. Definitely protect that lower. I need to do something like this. That's nice. Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what I need to do. This is how Alpina did it. Or an example of what Alpina did. Alright, this is my plan. You need to box it all the way to the end pivots, because if you don't, wherever you stop is where there's going to be a stress riser, and it's just going to crack there. So, I'm great and ready to do this. I got one of my spares out, got it all stripped down, but then I didn't notice until it was too late that the offset of where pivots are is not quite straight. This one has a lot of offset and this one does not. So boxing it is going to be really difficult on this side to get a good weld around the inside of that. So I'm going to strip down another one. That's a much better candidate for doing this. Just wish I had known that before. So hopefully this helps selecting for you if that's what you want to do. This shim right here, very important, and it's on the outer side of the bearings. So I had something funny happen when I knocked the bearing loose. I lost that, and I'm glad I found it, because it's very important, because without this, then this is pretty much useless. So you want to make sure that you keep this with whichever one you have. So here's my freshly sandblasted rear trailing arm, and this is the part we're going to work on. So we made a paper template to get the approximate size of my metal piece that I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it a little long. So this is for the other side I already made. I'm going to make one specifically for this side, fitted to it. Piece of metal, it's 3-inch wide, mild steel, and available at a hardware store. This is, I think it's 1/8 inch, which is a little thick, but easily available, and a little bit thicker is okay. It'll add a little bit of extra weight to the trailing arms, but you know, the added stiffness will hopefully work out. I'm going to do the Alpina style support, partly because this is where my last trailing arm broke. As you can tell from here, this is where it cracked. So I'm going to reinforce this part right here with an added plate. Can't wait to get it back on the car and take it out and try it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
Mm-hmm.